and I guessed correctly that he would have some good stories. So around the time that his retirement occurred is when COVID happened, and we kind of hunkered down, and I interviewed him, and he had more excellent stories than I could have hoped for, and we cobbled them together in Gas of Tank. He came up with the title. I can't believe at first I was a little bit, not against it, but it comes from a criminal. A criminal is named our book about cops. And that came about when my partner, T.J.Ternovan, had many years ago pulled over some bikers, and one of the bikers was particularly unhappy with it. So upon leaving with his ticket, he gave an obscene hand gesture and pulled a wheelie on his way going away, which is considered stunt driving. So he was issued a summons or whatever brings you into the court. And his defense that he did not pull a wheelie, he had a very strong French accent, is that he had a full gas of tank. And it actually worked for him.
Yeah.
He was found not guilty.
I'm reading the below the title there, Canadian Law Enforcement Odyssey from 1979 to 2019, 40 years. That's got to be a lot of stories in there.
Yeah, an odyssey is what it was. When I was in high school, I worked at a video store. When Todd was just starting, had come out of high school and started university, he worked at Windsor Jail. He was a guard when he was 18 years old. And when we started the interviews, I was a little curious exactly when the timeline would begin. I did not anticipate it starting so soon. And his stories about Windsor Jail were pretty amazing. We start with a jail brawl. We had actually a very heinous murder in 1976 in Windsor, the Moy Avenue murders, they were called, and not to go into detail about those, but the Windsor police apprehended the murderers. They were brought to court, they were found guilty and sent to prison. But they were also given an appeal 3 years later, and they came to Windsor Jail to be housed in order to attend court here. Well, when you have high-profile prisoners like that, they go to the segregation unit. These guys didn't want to go to the segregation unit and made their unhappiness known to the guards by fighting them. And so we begin the whole story with this unbelievable brawl, and just photocopying some things, scanning pictures and news articles that Todd had provided me over the years. I was quite amazed at just how sharp his memory was for the old details, because I would just kind of glance at them, just curious how the Windsor Star had characterized some of these things. So it was an odyssey to write, as well as for him to live.
Well, sharp mind. I'm sure some of the things you really can't forget, right? That's a dangerous job, correctional officer.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And he says they're the unsung heroes of law enforcement, because they're not armed for obvious reasons. They're very much outnumbered. Mm-hmm. And the thing that impressed me most is that Todd at that time was a small guy, and so he had to really use his wits. And he didn't really have the personality to muscle people, even if he was big, but that he had to outsmart people, figure out what their agenda was, and what can I give to them so I can get what I want, because information is the most important thing. You want to find out if someone's going to be attacked, or just what's going down in the prison. A lot of the guys have nothing but time on the range. That's what they call it in jail. And so a lot of schemes are hatched, revenge is plotted, and violence imagined, I suppose.
This sounds like a great book. This is stuff right up my alley. I love anything, not to sound wicked and twisted, but when it's especially local, you learn about these criminals and whatnot. So to hear it firsthand from somebody that is working around these people daily, it's pretty impressive. That's incredible.
Also, it doesn't entail, for instance, like gunfights in Vancouver or in Toronto. His policing career began in Merlin, Ontario. Yep. He was at the detachment in Essex, in Malden. So they take place all around here. Mm-hmm. And they are it's one incredible story after another. And it was at times a bit of a challenge, because these things were real, to make them sound real, because I'm taking down the details and I'm going like, this is almost too good to be true from a storytelling point of view. But we managed to succeed. It's gotten an extremely good response.
I can imagine. Congratulations. Anything like that is so interesting, right? It keeps the mind going, right? You don't lose interest, which I love. So that's awesome. Gas a Tank. I might have to pick up